Well, this hasn't been an easy place to get wins either, to kind of like Denver. What are your thoughts going to Mariucci?
Yeah, different environment again, right? We haven't been down there in a few years, and nice that we have it every year we're playing them. It's an Olympic-sized rink, so it's a bigger, wider rink, playing against a good, fast, skilled team. So, obviously we have to make sure that we're ready on our side of it on going down there, knowing that we're getting back into non-conference play. And that was a message today again was, we've done a good job in the non-conference schedule part of it, that we have 4 games remaining in it, and you got to keep building your body of work in the non-conference to get to where you need to go at the end of the year. So there's a lot of things going into it, but mostly focusing on the 2 games at hand this weekend.
I think it was pretty early in your tenure that you signed these games. Is that something was important to you to get done?
100%. Obviously it's something special that we had in the WCHA. Us in Minnesota, our players look forward to it. The coaching staffs look forward to it. But the fans, they absolutely look forward to it. And I know, from both sides of it, from the NCHC side and the Big Ten side, the fans miss that each and every year. So we've tried to put that in to contractually to play each other, and we have. And I think it's a good thing going forward.
Is the rivalry different with you guys in different leagues compared to maybe when you played? Is it the same, or how do you feel?
Yeah, I think that it's a little bit different in the fact that, usually you play a home and home with them, so there's 4 games going on, so usually it's only 2, and last year's situation was 1 in the Hall of Fame game, but, it's something where you don't play them directly in your conference, but you still know they're there, and I know they know we're here, as far as what we do, and, it's kind of something that we've built over the tradition and history over the years that, they're just down the road, and they're a rival of ours.
When you were playing and you came from Canada here, what was the first memory for you? Did you hear about it when you were growing up? Did you find out about it when you got here? Or how did that work?
Yeah, so found out when I got here. The other one was the Wisconsin one. I came on a recruiting trip against Wisconsin, and I think they had a little melee going on at the time when I was watched a game live here on my recruiting trip. But the other one was the Gopher weekend, and it's very similar in the fact that it's intense, it's competitive, but yes, it's respectful. Knowing that you're playing hockey, it's a great brand of hockey. It's a high intense game of hockey where you have really good players out there going at it, and I think most of all there's a respect factor too. At the end of the day, how competitive goes, there's a lot of respect that goes both ways.
Brad, some people fret the Olympic-sized ice, but with your mobile, fast defensemen, you may be able to take advantage of that yourselves, huh?
Well, I think it's going to be a game where two good teams that have good speed and agility are going to go after it. I think the one good thing though that we have is we have the Olympic rink here that we practice on a couple of times before we go down. Even though it's a shortened week, we'll get some reps on the Olympic-sized rink where it's not going to be a big change for us, knowing that you haven't been on it all year. So I think it's going to be evenly matched. I think there's going to be ups and downs in the games for both sides, and it should make out for a great weekend. But I think that's, as far as the speed and the skill and the agility, I think it's pretty even.
Last year, you guys got them on a neutral site, obviously, in Vegas. How much more intense does it make it this year going out to their home ice and playing them there?
Yeah, obviously it's in their venue, and they'll have their fans. I know we'll have our fans down there too. So I think the other storyline that's on Thanksgiving weekend. It's a weekend, and where you're going down on a Thursday and then playing on a Friday and getting it done earlier in the week than normally traditionally on Friday and Saturday. We've built it in the fact that we're a tight family here, and we get to go on the road and be a family through Thanksgiving and try to grow together as a team. So we're looking forward to that for sure.
Any adjustments you make with it being such a short week, playing on Thursday?
Yeah, I think energy is going to be a big thing. So we had a maintenance day today. We did skate today, but we had more of a maintenance day, a shorter day here, and we'll get after it tomorrow here on Tuesday, and then get down there on Wednesday and play there, or have a practice there on Wednesday. So, I think energy is going to be a big thing, and we have to make sure that the tank is full this weekend.
With the rivalry being so historic, is it just inevitable that guys are going to get more intense and we can practice are more locked in and we can practice for this?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what goes into it, guys have been around here for a while. Our juniors and seniors have played a couple of years against them, and they know how competitive and how fast it is, and how the magnitude of the weekend. And our freshmen here now that they're just starting to learn, and I think it's going to be word of mouth from the players and us as far as what's coming ahead of them. And that's the beauty here is we get to do it each and every year, so you kind of build that body of work or that experience from a player side of it.
You just talked about too, it's kind of weird doing it on a Thursday and Friday. Is it weird to actually be playing an actual game on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah, well, I think it's, I guess from a coach's standpoint, I think it's a great side of it because, obviously spending time with your family and over Thanksgiving dinner, and then guess what? You get to watch a great college game at night and go out, and usually around at 3 or 4 o'clock, I think you get a little bit bored sitting around the house, and I think it's going to be a great thing where families can get out and watch a great college hockey game. So I think from a fan perspective, I think it's a great idea.
Any plans for like a team dinner post game in the locker room?
Oh yeah, we got a couple things going on there that we're going to get in and around once we get down there. So it's one of those things where when you're on the road, you're around each other a little bit more on the road. So we'll take advantage of that.
UND has a huge alumni base in Minneapolis. Just how does seeing all that green kind of give you guys a boost?
Proud, very proud. When we went down to Denver a couple of weeks ago to see the green, white, and black there in droves, I know from a coach's standpoint that's a big help, but from a player standpoint, it gets you extra motivated as far as playing in front of your fans. And I know we have a lot of alumni down there too. So it's one of the things that we talk about here is that we got to make sure that we do our end of the make sure that we hold our end of the bargain up through preparation of a short week of practice and then getting down there and focusing on the last 2 weekends of the first half of the season. They're both road weekends, and again, it's a chance to do something that we want to do and improve upon from what last year. Last year we were very average on the road, to say the least, and we want to make sure that we improve our road record.
Do you know what Chef Patrick Swanson has on the menu this week?
Well, whatever it was that we did 2 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, maybe it was. It's totally different, 180 from where we were last time. So we're going off the board on this one.
Going off of what you just said about having to be better on the road, did that the weekend at Denver kind of give this team more confidence that they can go into a tough environment and play well and get wins?
Yeah, we believe so. Denver was a tough environment, and this is going to be equally as well. And again, it's one of those things where guys have a little bit of traction or foundation here now, that knowing that if you play the right way and you play consistently for a 60-minute game, that you'll have a chance to do that. So, that's what we want to try to build on from Denver a couple weeks ago.